Hi. So Friday was February 14th. What else was Friday?
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. So did you get any Valentines?
Ooh, I did.
Did you give any away?
Yeah.
Did you see any Valentines that had the word love on them? I gave out a bunch of dinosaurs, but they all just had dinosaurs on them. They seem safer. So the word love gets talked about a lot this time of year because of Valentine's Day. I want to talk about some different kinds of love. So all the stories we have about Jesus come from the New Testament. That's the back half of the Bible. But the New Testament that we read, and we read it here, we read it in English. But it wasn't originally written in English. It was written in another language called Koine, which is an old form of Greek. And there's nobody alive anymore that speaks Koine Greek. It's almost like a dead language. You can read it in books, but no one speaks it. So when they had to translate the New Testament and the stories about Jesus from Koine Greek into English, they took some shortcuts. Here's one of the shortcuts. In the original version, there were 4 different words that now get translated as love. And they don't all mean the same thing. So sometimes the word that's used is, this is a weird word, it's storge. And storge means something like affection, or you kind of like something. Like you can say, I like lasagna, or I like chocolate. You might even say, I love lasagna, or I love chocolate, but does that mean you want to marry lasagna? Or some people might want to marry chocolate. But you don't really mean that, you just mean you like it a lot. There's another kind of love, and the ancient Greek word for it would be phileo. And phileo, it's the same word as the English word affiliation. It means friendship. So it's like if you meet somebody and they like the same stuff that you like, and they like to do the same things you do, so you become friends. And that's good, because we need friends. Another kind of love that's mentioned in the Bible is, the word for it would be eros. And that's another kind of love, it's a little step beyond friendship. It's like if you meet somebody and you're interested in them, you want them to be your girlfriend or boyfriend. Anybody here have a girlfriend or boyfriend? We'll talk about that later. and that's a special kind of friendship. The 4th kind of love, and it's an even weirder word, is agape. And agape, it's kind of like you love so much that you don't expect anything back. Like if you have affection for something, if you like chocolate, when you bite into it, you want it to taste good. And you're only going to love it if it tastes good. If it tastes like mud, you won't love it so much. And if you have a friend, if they're mean to you, you might not want to be the friend. And if you have eros and you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, sometimes that doesn't last forever, which is sad. See, there's lots to talk about on that one. But agape love is the kind of love where it's not about if you get something back. It's about what can you give to help others, to help the world. It's called the giving kind of love. Or another word for it is charity. Willingness to give and not even needing anything back. So every Sunday morning, and this is one of the things I like about Sunday mornings, is we take up an offering. And we collect money and we collect food. And we're doing that to help other people. And I think it's great that every Sunday morning you get to help do that, because you're learning about that kind of love. We all need to keep learning about that kind of love. The willingness to give, whether we ever get anything back. It's not about that, right? It's about what can we do to help. And I think that's the way that God loves us too. God doesn't need anything back from us. God just loves us because God loves us. And there's nothing that can change that. God will always just keep loving us. And because we know that, we try to love the world the same way. So what should we do right now? Take up the offering. Excellent. Go do that. Go, everybody. Go help.